Hey guys, it's Cece back with a brand new video, and today's video is going to be a full face first impressions video. So I have so many new products sitting here in front of me that I wanted to try out on camera for you guys. A lot of people have been doing this video lately, so I was like, hey, I have so many products that I need to show you guys, so why don't I put some of them in a video together. So today we are trying out the Morphe 9N palette, which is a blush palette, the e.l.f. Deep Bronzer palette. We're trying out the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipsticks, the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Concealer. We're trying out the Black Opal True Color Foundation Stick, as well as the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder, and also the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer. Along with that, I also have two new tools to try out, and it's the Artiste Oval 6 Brush, as well as the Morphe Premium Blending Sponge. So you guys will get to see my initial first impression on these products. If you guys are new to my channel, hello, my name is Cece. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the notifications for my videos. I post at least 2 videos a week. Most of the time it's 3, so definitely subscribe so you can get those notifications. If you are not new to my channel, welcome back, girl. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for hanging out with me all the time. I love you guys, and I do not take that for granted. But without further ado, let's get into the first impression. Alright guys, so we're going to jump right in and get started. As you can see, I already have my eyes done. I don't have any products for the eyes, so this is going to be working strictly with the face. I believe I have a new product for every part of the face, I believe. So let's just go ahead and get started. We are going to be priming our face. I'm going to use the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer, and this is supposed to be mattifying and pore minimizing. So here is how the primer looks. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is super silicone-y. I don't usually love silicone primers, but we'll see. I can tell that it is helping out with my pores, but I always feel like silicone primers don't keep me as matte as I would like them to. I don't know why. So that is the primer. I only used a little bit of it. It feels, I don't know if that's just the feel of it, but I feel like it feels greasy. I just feel like it feels greasy. That could just be me. But that's, again, that's the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer, mattifying and pore minimizing. And then we're going to move into our foundation. This is my first time trying a stick foundation, and this is my first time also trying a product from Black Opal, and that is what we're going to use, and it's the Black Opal True Color Stick Foundation, and it just looks like this. I got this from my local Rite Aid. I believe this was $10–11, somewhere around there, but that's the way it looks. I got it in, I believe this is the second darkest shade in Truly Topaz, and it just pops up like that in stick form. So y'all, I don't even really know how to use a stick foundation, but we're gonna work it out. Then to blend that in, I also grabbed one of the Artiste brushes. You guys know I did a kind of dupe video on these brushes. I had some more brushes that looked very similar to this from AliExpress or eBay, one or the other. I'll link that video in this video if you have not seen it, but this is the Artiste Oval 6 brush, and I've heard so many great things about the Artiste brushes, so I wanted to try them out for myself. So I'm going to just wet it with this Buxom spray because I don't like to use brushes dry. And then we're going to just start to apply this stick foundation. I'm going to do 1/2 of my face at a time. I don't even know how much to really put. I don't want to put too much. There we go. So I'm going to take the brush. I love these brushes. They're so soft. color looks pretty good. You guys see, I have the foundation over here. And this brush performed beautifully, by the way. But I have the foundation on that side. And then bare on this side. And it dried down to almost a powder finish. So do I set this? I don't know, we're going to, but it doesn't, it almost feels like you don't need to set it. Let's keep going. It covered actually really well. I can kind of see my pores seeping through though, which I think is more of a con for the primer than the foundation. But other than that, and the fact that it's just a bit yellow, I feel like it looks pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? So the next thing we're going to do is concealer. I have the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Concealer. I got mine in the shade Light Medium. This isn't a new concealer on the market. It's been out for a while now, but so many people have talked about it and raved about it, I decided to pick it up yesterday. And again, I got mine in Light Medium. So we're just going to see what this is hitting for. And it looks like it just has a standard doe foot applicator. Ooh, that's really light. I should have gotten the medium. The medium just looks so dark, like it wouldn't brighten anything. So I got the light medium and looks like that was a mistake, but we're gonna work with it. I didn't want my under eyes to be that bright, but whatever. For blending this out, I'm actually using the Morphe Premium. Let me look at it. It's called the Morphe. All right, my computer's acting up. It's called the Morphe Premium Beauty Sponge, and it is on Morphe's website for $6.99. So I wanted to try a new sponge. You know what? I didn't even really want to try a new sponge. I just saw that Morphe had this, so I was like, you know what? We're going to give it a try. And it has this flat side at the top, if you guys can see that. And then it has another flat side at the bottom. And then it just kind of has this dip in the middle where you can kind of pinch it and work with it. And it gets actually really big. I have it wet here, or damp, and look how big it is. It's huge. So I'm going to use this flat side, this slanted flat side at the top. And we're going to try to blend this stuff out. Okay. Just, the concealer looks good, by the way. But as far as the brush, or the sponge, I feel like it's a little too big. I mean, I don't really know how to use this and what. This isn't comfortable to use it like this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Maybe I just have to get used to it. But the concealer blended out, oh, the concealer blended out so well. Look at that. And quickly and easily. So maybe the sponge is working well. Maybe it's just, I have to get used to how I'm holding it. But that concealer blended out nicely. Oh my God. Like that. And it covered really nicely. That is a good color for me, I think. It covered really nicely. It blended out really nicely. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer with the Ben Nye Banana Powder. Powder. So while that's baking, I'm going to go in and do a little contouring. I'm using this e.l.f., what is this called? An e.l.f. bronzer palette. They had an original one and then they came out with a deep bronzer palette. So this one is better for women of color, and it also has a huge mirror there. But we're going to go in with this color. You know what? They have some bronzer colors in here too. So I'm going to go in with actually this almost shimmery. Not really shimmery, but well, it is kind of shimmery. But this shade right here, I'm going to go in with that and bronze up my skin first. Alright. It looks like the powder is really soft and it has a lot of fallout. So, that's one thing. but the color is really nice. So using that same palette, we're gonna go in with the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm just going to contour my face. Alright, so now it's time to dust away this baking powder. I'm going to use a product from Black Opal. This is another new product. This is the Deluxe Finishing Powder, and it is an oil control formula. So I'm just going to take a big powder brush, and I'm going to go in and dust away the baking powder. And I'm also going to add it to like my nose area, my chin, and also my forehead. You guys, I am digging this foundation. I don't know, it feels pretty good on my skin. And with the stick, it's not as messy. It's pretty easy to apply. I don't know. I'm digging it so far. Alright, so let's keep it moving with the new products. I am going to use the new Morphe blush palette. This is the Morphe 9N palette, and I'm going to use this with a Morphe E3 brush, and we're just going to go in with, I like this deep blush right here. Like, look at that. Very pigmented. That's a little too much, actually. So for the lips, I'm going to be going in with this Maybelline product, and this is the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. It has a very long doe foot applicator, so it looks like it would be a little more easy to apply. Alright, so here is the liquid lipstick. It took a few coats to get it this opaque, so that I did not like. It did not come out of the tube this shade, which is what I wanted. It's still a little lighter than I would like it to be, but the color's pretty. It's just not this. So it hasn't dried down yet either. It's been like 2 minutes, but again, I put on like 3 coats to get it to be this opaque. So I'm trying to see if it'll dry down. Alright guys, so it's been about 4 minutes and this stuff still has not dried down all the way yet. So I'm not liking that about it. The color does look good. The formula was nice. Like I said, it just wasn't opaque enough, and now it is taking forever to dry down. So if you're using this liquid lipstick as a quick look and you just want to throw something on that's going to set and stay, this is not going to be your best option because it does take a while to set. So I can't go right into my kitchen and eat something or drink something and have this stay on my lips right at this moment. So let's talk about the products that we use. The Milani Primer. As far as the Milani Primer goes, the foundation actually looks really good on top of the primer. Like I said, I can still see a little bit of my pores shining through, but nothing too major. So I need to keep testing this out to see how I feel about it. I feel like I was kind of on the fence about it, especially the way it applied. It just felt a little greasy. So I'm going to keep trying this out and I'll update you guys on this. As far as the foundation goes, it is so beautiful. I am loving it. The color is even perfect. It seems like it just sunk into my skin and kind of transformed into the color of my skin. So I really loved that about this. It had a very soft, well, has a very soft matte finish, and I don't know, it just applies so beautifully. It was very creamy and it wasn't dry or stiff or anything like that. So easy to blend out, and I do give a lot of credit also to this Artiste brush. Again, this is the Oval 6 brush. These brushes are extremely expensive. Do I feel like they're absolutely necessary? Absolutely not. There are plenty of dupes out there like this that also work really well. So definitely check those out before you spend the money on this. But this brush is bomb. Especially these two together are like amazing. I feel like this foundation, I don't know, I'm just about to be in love with stick foundations now. So moving on to the concealer, the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Concealer. This stuff blended out so easily, so well. It might have had something to do with the Morphe Flawless Blending Sponge also, because I did like this. It was just very uncomfortable to hold because of how big it is, but I did like how it blended out this concealer. And I don't know if it was just the concealer, just the sponge, a combination of the two, but this concealer covered very well, and again, it blended out flawlessly. You guys saw how light it was, so I thought it was going to be too light, but I think a combination of the concealer and the sponge kind of helped it melt into my skin and give me just the perfect amount of color. And I'm really liking this concealer, so this is definitely going to stay in rotation. As far as the black opal finishing powder, again, this stuff kind of melted into my skin. I don't know why I'm just now trying black opal, but I'm really loving their products, and I'm definitely going to go back to Rite Aid and get more. This is a great translucent powder, and if you guys haven't tried it, definitely get your hands on it. Moving on to the bronzer, again, this is the e.l.f. Deep Bronzing Palette. I like the palette. There was nothing really special about it. I didn't love it, but as you can see, it gave me a nice, soft, subtle look on my face, so I'm liking that. I really did honestly like this color. I'm blinding you guys. I liked this color to contour with. As far as the bronzer color, I just felt like it was a little too warm for me. That wasn't really what I was looking for today, I guess. It was just a little too warm for me, and it did have a lot of fallout. All of these colors had a lot of fallout. But the good thing about these e.l.f. palettes is, you guys know they have an illuminating palette, a blush palette, they have bronzer palettes. You can pop these little things out, and you can like custom make your own palette, which makes these great for travel. I can't get it out or I'm gonna break my nail, but you can definitely pop these out and it'll make them perfect for travel. So you only have to take one little palette and you'll have all your stuff in there. Then for the blushes, Morphe has me again. I am so in love with Morphe, you guys. This is again the 9N palette. This is their brand new blush palette, so check it out if you have not. I had this color on my cheeks. It was so pigmented. It blended out so well. I love it. Last product that I tried today again was the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. This stuff still is not all the way dry. Yeah, it's still moving around, so I really don't like that. So the formula of this is definitely an for me. The color is okay. I feel like I have colors like it, but the color is okay, but it didn't come out as opaque as it is in the tube, so that was also a disappointment. So this is probably a no for me. These things are like $9 at the store, so that's pretty expensive for a drugstore liquid lipstick, and I mean, especially for it not to be drying yet. It's too much for me. So I didn't like that, and I wouldn't repurchase any more of these. But as far as the other products that I've tried, I give them all a thumbs up as far as first impressions goes. So if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I can do more full face first impression videos for you. I enjoy doing this and trying all of these new products on camera. Also, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and follow me on all of my social medias: Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, MyFitnessPal also. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.